Okay, welcome back. We're flying something a little bit more sensible today. This is Ginger Beechcraft, I think. Beechcraft, yeah. Let's have a look outside. There we go, it's a twin turbine pressurised twin engine aeroplane. This is a free download on X-Plane 11, so if you wanted to download this for free and fly it, you could do. Okay, so we've got quite a stonking crosswind from the right today. Just go through my checks. That's all working. Right, let's go. Full power. That didn't sound right at all. That's another aircraft, I'm sure. Okay, gear is up. You get that sometimes when you get another aeroplane in close proximity. Okay, flaps are up. I like twin engine planes, they're great fun. They're really easy to handle. Can't see another aeroplane. Okay. So yes, we're gonna work our way through the Highlands of Scotland. We're going to go east from Oban. In fact, let's go and have a look at Oban itself, or Oban, however you pronounce it. Never was really sure. Peter Heath, okay. There's the bridge, there's the airport, just to our right there. And we're going to go and fly down to the actual tune. Okay, yes, we've got about 200 knots there, that's pretty decent. Fuel, we got loads of fuel there, left and right tanks, look. Nice easy one. I like to have big clear fuel gauges for obvious reasons, and we've got this map so we can pick that up and move it, I suppose, if we wanted to. Where's my doofery thing? It's about there, because aeroplanes come with all kinds of avionics these days. Avionics can be more expensive than the actual aircraft, in fact. Can I move that? No, it doesn't seem to move. Never mind, it can stay there then. Right. Here we are. I mean, if you're rich and you want to go flying and be a pilot and go places, I mean, you want a twin, really. They're much safer than single engine aeroplanes. They're quicker. This one does, I'll say, just does over 200 knots. Just, I think VNE is maximum speed 260, but you wouldn't go that fast. You'd be cruising about 200 knots. This is Oban, I believe. Right, let's head east. We'll probably finish up back at Inverness. I actually passed my twin rating in a Seneca 200T. So it's 200 horsepower each side, so that's 400 turbocharged, which was quite a nice little ship. It was old at the time though. November 1172 X-Ray, which I believe is now on a Cessna 172, because that number can get transferred, because the Seneca was re-registered on the British Registry. I think it's GOGS, Golf Oscar Golf Sierra, Golf Oscar Golf Sierra, GOGS. Too many G's, too many golfs. The owner was into golf though. But yeah, gas turbines are better than reciprocating piston engines, I think. Super smooth, you don't have the vibrations. And a lot of them are the PT6, which is a pretty common engine. Good performance. Not sure what these are in this. Could be the PT6. Basic layout in front of us here. We've got the airspeed indicator there, IAS, indicated airspeed. Below that we've got our gyro compass, ADF sort of, and then artificial horizon. Below that we've got our gyro compass. It's got VORs and stuff, and nav stuff on it. Altitude, up and down meter, and below that another VOR. So, and then we got our engine gauges in there, looking down. We shouldn't be spending too much time with our head in the cockpit, otherwise we might crash into a hill and things. So it's all straightforward. There's nothing complicated going on here. Not really. You've got to watch your temperatures with turbine engines, exhaust temperatures and running temperatures, and that's important. The top of the green arc there, it's slightly in the red. You can bring it back a little bit into the green. There we go. As long as they're in the green, that's looking good. It's like anything else, if you thrash it, you know, you're going to lose it. Oban is back up there, the airport. Recognise this lock. Now this is Orbeck scenery, and they are improving it all the time. There's a dam, I think, in that mountain. I think there's a lake there. Reservoir, I suppose. See the dam. And then there's the reservoir in the crater there, look. Now some water they use for generating electricity. They run it through turbines to generate electricity in an emergency, and other times they just use it for water supply, so I don't know what that is. Be one of them. And then as we follow this lock, there's a fabulous castle which isn't here. Well, it is here in real life, obviously. Came looking for it and it wasn't here, unless they've drawn it in. That's a good GPS map on there as well. That's really good. Yes, it's on this bit of a fork at the top. See the fork in the middle. That's pretty sure that's where the castle is. I can't remember the whole of Scotland, you know, it's difficult. I remember a lot of it, for sure. Let's see. That's a problem with these aeroplanes with the wings on the bottom, you know. Wings and engines and things are in the way when you're looking out. I like the 172, you know, with the engines up high and the wings up high, so you've got fabulous visibility looking down, which makes life a lot easier when you're trying to navigate VFR, that's for sure. Visual flight rules, not instrument flight rules. Nice indicated airspeed there. Gives you your blue line speed at 120 and your red zone at 100, so you don't want to be landing at less than 100 according to that. Because when you jump in and out of different aeroplanes, it's hard to remember the stall speeds each time. Although it's good practice to go and practice it, just to find out. And of course, different weights. If your aircraft's heavier, then your stall speed's going to be higher than if it's really light. Fuel gauges, loads of fuel. Got 7.5 on both sides. And as you know, I like listening to music and just flying around in the Scottish Highlands. This one's in RAF colours, look. So you don't have to be an RAF pilot to fly an RAF aeroplane if you've got flight sim. Okay, our heading is 060, that's good, that's about right for where I want to go. Nice bit of valley flying, not too low, don't want to be too low. Chances of hitting things are greatly increased if you fly too low. Had to go with the Messerschmitt 109 at a ban, and in the crosswind there, and absolute miserable failure. That is the most difficult aeroplane to fly ever. Even with the tail wheel locking, it's so difficult in a crosswind. I've managed to fly it okay with a headwind, but the minute you enter that crosswind component, I am useless. So I've concluded that I cannot fly the Messerschmitt 109. Okay, I self-check out on most aeroplanes, and I definitely have failed myself on the 109. I would not even dream of attempting to fly one. I wouldn't even want to taxi one anywhere. No, a real one. I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't. King Air like this, no problem. Jump in it, start it up, fly anywhere you want. Not a problem. Messerschmitt 109, no. I did have the wheeze. I thought, well, if I get good on the 109, I'll be able to fly anything, which is true in theory. But you've got to be very, 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 very good to fly a 109. They are my nomination for the most difficult aeroplane ever to fly, especially in crosswinds, taking off and landing. Try it. You can get the 109G. I believe I paid about, I don't know, $20 for it. It flies okay. You try landing it or taking off without digging the wingtips into the runway. Anyway, enough of that. Everyone has their limitations, and that's mine. I can't fly the Messerschmitt 109. Not for toffee. Okay, heading 030, that's good. There is a better version of this actually available, but this is the free version. And you get to fly over bits of the Highlands that you just don't see from the road. Even if you go on the remotest of roads, you just don't see it like we're seeing it here. And of course, flying the real thing is better. It's also damn sight more expensive because this is free. And I'd say this is about 85% real. That's good enough for me, for the saving in the money, because how much do you think one of these is to fly an hour? I could fly this for an hour now for nothing. I can do 10 hours for nothing, whereas if I'm flying a real one, it's costing me a lot of money. Have to guess, I would put something like this at between £500 an hour upwards, I would say, and that's a guess, but it'd be around that mark somewhere. That's just a ballpark figure. So 10 hours later you're into it for £5 grand, and you could have done exactly the same in real time And real weather, you could have done exactly the same for free. So which one are you going to go for? I'd do 100 hours in it for free. You know, it's a no-brainer, isn't it, really? Okay, we are heading the wrong way now. I was going to go up that valley as well. Yeah, quite fancy flying that valley. I think this is the back end of Glencoe again. Could be wrong. I haven't got my map, and yes, I have. It's zoomed in too close. I think this is the backside of Glencoe. Let's go up it and find out. Is it the left one or the right one? I'm gonna go down the right one. And if it is, it'll pop us out at Glencoe, and then we'll just sort of shadow Loch Ness. Because I want to be heading north, really, and I'm heading definitely west of North 300. Back seats in there, look, you can look back in there, look at the cabin. Oh, very nice. This can carry weight, it can go fast, and it can go long distance as well. Yeah, it definitely looks like Glencoe from this end. Airspeed's good, fuel's good, temperatures and pressures all in the green. A little bit high on the ITT. Bring the throttle back a little bit. Fabulous, you know, you can see how people want to go mountain climbing, can't you? And just stand on the top and amaze themselves with the view. Well, I get that view all the time. I did the Dolomites once, that was unbelievable. Around northern Italy, Cortina d'Ampezzo or something. Fabulous. Okay, around the corner. I am right, this is Glencoe. Well, I've done Loch Ness so many times. I think I'll take a right here. So if I go down to the left, straight ahead there, we got Ben Nevis, Fort William, Loch Ness up to Inverness. So I'm going to go this way. I can do a bit more touring in Scotland. It's a nice loch this way. Get myself back on a heading of about 060. Yep. Yeah, I really like twins. Nice pressurised turbine twin. brilliant for touring in, brilliant. I think if I was dead rich, I'd have one of these, and I'd have it like a camper van in the back, you know, I'd have the bed in there and everything, sleep in it. I wouldn't necessarily plan on sleeping in it, but I'd have it so that you could if there was no hotels available. Obviously if I'm rich. So you've got to be careful just turning up a valley like that, because it could be just a complete dead end and then you're stuffed because you haven't got enough room to turn around. And the other thing you don't get with the flight simulator, I find, is wind. Well, you do get wind, but you don't get the gusts, the adiabatic and katabatic winds that blow up and down hills and things, and because you can't feel them, and you can't feel them on the controls, the wind either. Different air temperatures. You see, when the air is cold, the steering is very crisp and precise, and when it's hot, it's very sloppy, the controls, and you don't get much response. And you've got to program that in, really, if you want that. Whereas with the real aeroplane, you'd feel all that naturally. Okay, heading east. 080, so we need to go a bit more north. Back side of Ben Nevis now. East side. So we want to be turning left somewhere here. Now what's the blue line speed, I hear you say? See that blue line speed 120. If we lose an engine and we've got to shut it down, okay, you have to maintain blue line speed to stay airborne. Okay, and if you can't maintain blue air speed, you've got to start losing weight, you've got to dump fuel, throw baggage out, that sort of thing. Because if you don't maintain blue line speed, you're coming down. If ever you want to, you're unsure of your position, just gain a bit of height until you realise where you are. But that lake's prominent feature, so I know exactly where we are. We don't have to worry, old bean. I'm not lost. To trim up a little bit. There we go. Another nice lake there, heading 3. That's okay. 3.5, 4. Lovely lake there, look. Wow. This is Scotland. This is superb. No silly aerobatics or wing overs in this, okay? It's just sensible flying at low level. I'd normally be at around 2,000 feet. Or if I was flying a real one, I wouldn't go as low as I do in this. Gives you more time, plus radio transmissions. If you were to do a mayday, for example, here, you start transmitting, nobody will be able to hear you because the hills are in the way. So the higher you are, the further your radio transmissions will go. So it's just safe to fly higher, okay? Only the military fly low, and that's to avoid radar detection. Heading 060, that's okay. No, it's not, it's 090. I need a new VR headset. I really do. Now we're getting towards the Cairngorms, I suppose, that way, and we don't want to disappear into cloud going through hills. So I'll attempt to avoid the clouds. I'm going to try and go around them. Don't want to bash into cumulus granitus. Heading 120, so we need to come left more. Yeah, I'd say this is the Cairngorms. Be quite near to Balmoral, I suppose. Andrew's moving to Balmoral. So they say, word on the grapevine. He's going to reinvent himself in a kilt and he's going to move into Balmoral. But if Scotland gets its independence from England, will they make him king? King Andrew? I don't think so. They might do. That's a matter for the people of Scotland, isn't it? Nothing to do with me. Andy Pandy the first. Right, I think from here it would be wise to come left, avoiding cloud. Come on to a northerly heading, I think. Yeah, that looks right. Follow that lock. Locks are a very, very good navigation aid. You get your map out, because you're not allowed to fly without a map. Ever, even if you don't look at it. Got to have one. So having a number 2 in the right hand seat with the map out, or having a GPS like that one there, and a map, just to confirm everything's confirming each other, then you're not going to make any mistakes, are you? Hopefully not. When we used to fly twins, we used to have the co-pilot used to do all the radio and the navigation, do all the beacons, tune all the beacons in, do all the talking, and the pilot would just fly. Of course, with this you've got autopilot, so you could put it on autopilot and you could do all that yourself. But there's no point in flying if you're going to fly on autopilot, unless you're going long distance. It takes the fun away, doesn't it? I have flown around the world twice and I have used autopilot extensively throughout, so I'm not slagging people off for using autopilot. I'm just saying I prefer not to use it unless I'm going a long way. Okay, heading 030, that's good. Quick check on the map. I'm pretty sure I know where I am. We're in the Cairngorms for sure. And a northerly heading from here should bring us out at Inverness, which is our destination, hopefully. There's our fuel, loads of fuel. We're down to just under 650, yeah. That's good. £650 each side, that's confusing. I prefer to think in litres, but you know, Americans don't have the metric system, do they? It's good to get a feel of different aeroplanes. This is quite an easy aeroplane to fly, actually. You can't go far wrong with this. There was a guy called Mark Hanna, Ray Hanna's son. Ray Hanna was an aerobatic pilot, ex-Red Arrow, and he used to display Spitfires and old war machines from Goodwood, very famous Spitfire pilot. And his son was killed in a 109. They were demonstrating it at an air show, and he was a really seriously good pilot, and even he stuffed the 109, so very sad. I don't think 109s should fly at all ever. I think the ones that are left should stay in museums, because even really experienced pilots, you know, are going to stuff them. They crashed one at Duxford, I believe, Black 6. That went arse over tit at Duxford on landing. So, you know, there's very few of them left, and the ones that are should be kept in museums, because they are a death trap and they're best off in a museum. Right, well, that's the end of the lock. I think we should go north from here. I'm not using any navigation aids at all, just memory and my GPS back there. So we'll try and stay out of the cloud, and this should bring us out on the coastline of the Moray Firth. I think that's called the Moray Firth. And we should be more or less in the Inverness area, hopefully. Quick look on the map, you'll see that lock we've just left north from there. These should be Culloden Moor up here ahead of us. And I've been stuck on this side of Culloden Moor before today, and helicopters couldn't get over. I had to go all the way down there to Inverness to come round and come back to Inverness Airport, because I couldn't find a way over. There's a low cloud. The last thing you want is to be IFR in a helicopter. Trust me, you don't want that. That's giving me an airfield or two up ahead. Okay, got a little bit of an issue here with cloud. Try and avoid it. No music on this video, just talking you through it really. Hoping you're enjoying it. There's not a lot of people that are that into flying actually. I was amazed how many people are into aeroplanes but don't want to go flying. They just like taking pictures of them and writing numbers down and things. Okay, well the cloud is definitely getting worse. Visibility. Charts give safe heights for terrain clearance, so they'll always give you the highest object in that sector, in that square. And the procedure if you lose all sight of the ground is to power up and climb. Make sure you're above your safe height. Ideally pop out on top of the clouds, see where you are, and then rectify your course from there. But quite often you finish up on top of the cloud and there's no holes, you can't see down again, and you think, oh bollocks. Right, coastline ahead, we've got some wind farm there. Try to figure out where we are. We're off course as well. So I'll head for the gap there. I want to keep away from all those horrible nasty cloud. Skirt around this wind farm. Follow the low ground over there, I think, dead ahead. What's that telling me? Can't read the numbers on it. Never mind. What's the GPS saying? Nothing too zoomed in too far. Got a bogey after me. It's very difficult to fly from outside, I find. Okay, we really need to be back on northerly heading then, don't we? Okay. Okay, there's north. And where are we now? I'm pretty sure I know where I am. Should have Inverness up ahead. Let's go a little bit more right, I think. No, we can go over these hills. I think you can clear the cloud there. We've got Loch Ness over there. Ah, that's Loch Ness. Is that Loch Ness? Yes, it is. So I'm too far over to the west. In which case I have got Inverness on the nose. So we won't fly overhead the city, we'll just go straight to the airport. Join downwind, we've got a westerly wind today. So we land from the east end. Give them a call, Inverness. This is Beach King out of Aban inbound to you. Currently routing up Loch Ness. Approaching Inverness. Going to pass Inverness to the south. For join downwind. Yeah, okay. They'll give me the wind, they'll give me the QFE, the QNH. And I'll come straight in for a full stop. If I'm in the right place and haven't got lost. More low cloud ahead. No, I'm pretty sure that's Inverness just over there. It's a very civilised aircraft to fly this. Fuel, we're down to 6 on both sides. Airspeed, we're up at 200. So we start slowing down. Altitude, got 2,300 feet, so I need to come down a little bit. This is Inverness, just to the left. The town of, not the airport. Airport's up ahead. Okay, we'll join downwind now. The altitude down to about 15, there we go, 1,500 feet. That'll do for now. And we should see our airfield any moment. Dead ahead. Runway off to my left. Okay, we're coming into land anytime now. Seatbelts on, everybody. Okay. Okay, there's our runway right on the end of the spinner almost. That's the front of the engine. Speed dropping now, 140, we'll have some undercarriage. Gear in transit, 3 greens, trim. Okay, maintain blue line speed. Flaps will have 1 stage off. 2 stages off. Oh, bloody wires. I'm going to get a wireless free VR headset for sure. Okay. Come round on the road here. Watch our airspeed in the turn. Confirm 3 greens, confirm. 2 stages of. Check the approach, nothing coming that I can see. Beechcraft, you're clear to land. Wind is westerly, 11 knots. Clear land. Got a bit fast there for turning off. Just missed my turn off for the Coast Guard hangar. Yeah, so this is a nice one. Like I said, it's a free download from X-Plane 11, so if you want to fly it, just download it. Brakes on. Thanks for watching.